Have you ever prayed and felt like God was silent, like your words are floating into the void? Psalms 22, Psalms 83:1, and Psalms 35:22 reflect this very struggle, crying out to God, feeling forsaken, feeling unheard. But even in those silent seasons, God is working within us. This rhythm of life with Christ flows in consolation and desolation. Consolation is the rise, the peace, the joy of being with Christ. But life inevitably hits walls. Trials come, challenges press in, and we enter desolation. God asks us to endure, to trust, and to grow, even when we don't feel His presence. John 20:22 and Genesis 2:7 remind us that God created life with breath, and Jesus gave life with His breath. Ruach, which means spirit, also means breath and life. 2 Corinthians 5:7 tells us to walk by faith, not by sight, and John 14:16-17 promises that the Spirit dwells within us. Breathe in life, exhale death and toxins. Just as in consolation and desolation, the inhale restores and the exhale releases. Sanctification doesn't end until we are glorified in heaven, but if we use seasons of desolation for God's glory, we grow stronger. You cannot hold your breath forever. It's impossible to fill without ever releasing. Desolation is God asking us to let go of what no longer serves Him or us. Many live by feelings, stepping away from God when life gets hard, even blaming Him for the challenges. But trials are a call to endurance, not escape. I'm afraid of the dark, but I'm more afraid of not finding the beauty and growth I can find in the dark. In desolation, we experience our most profound growth. First, embrace the new life. New life can feel like dying to the old self. Baptism is a symbol of letting go of our old ways and embracing Christ. Seeds suffocate before they sprout. Fire clears toxins. Caterpillars stop breathing until they bloom into butterflies. Job 23:9-10 reminds us that God is at work even when we cannot see it. 1 Peter 1:7 assures us that we are purified through trials until we become like Christ. Jesus gave us His breath so that we might enter this new life fully. Second, learn to just breathe. In moments of panic or fear, we often forget to breathe. But in those moments, God can reveal Himself, give us guidance, and show us signs. Acts 17:25 reminds us that God gives life and breath to all. Stop, breathe, and let God speak. It's okay to cry out. Look at Psalms, David's raw calls to God. Ezekiel 37:1-14 and John 5:24-25 remind us that we are breathed on for life and salvation through the Spirit. Third, examine what is in the waiting. Life often puts us in pauses, seasons of uncertainty, or unanswered prayer. Deuteronomy 31:8 reminds us that God goes before us and will never leave us. Romans 8:28 shows that all things work together for the good of those who love God. John 1:4-5 assures us that life and light exist even in darkness. Nothing is wasted in the waiting. These seasons are opportunities to refine patience, faith, and intimacy with God. Examine what you are learning, what God is shaping in you, and how you can grow stronger spiritually and emotionally. Do you trust Him in desolation, or do you turn away at the first sign of struggle? Waiting is sacred. It prepares, teaches, and aligns us with God's will. The exhale is not emptiness, it is refinement. Breathe in life, exhale the old. Consolation and desolation are both sacred. Trust God's work even when you cannot see it. The moments of desolation are not void. They are preparation for something greater. If this message encouraged you, reflect on it and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe for more teachings and comment below about your own experiences with waiting, trials, or life in the exhale. Remember, God is with you even when you cannot feel Him, and the greatest growth often comes in the quiet, in the waiting, and in the exhale.